So guys, today I want to make a video on why Hypixel is dying. Now, I wouldn't call Hypixel dead as it is still the #1 Minecraft server in the entire world, but I wanted to just talk about how the player count keeps on dipping and how this is actually might be an issue as there are competitors now and just a lot of things are happening. So I want to talk about the reasons why. I don't usually make videos like this, but I felt that I wanted to make a video about this because I also want to spread reasons why instead of just saying, oh yeah, Hypixel war, and they're about to die, and I want to actually make a real video on why I think it's dying. So, to start, there are 3 reasons: competitors, updates, and COVID. Now, updates being the main part. When you think about it, besides World Wars, and by the way, World Wars completely flopped. It's only averaging about 100 to 200 players now, which, considering all the hype it got, that isn't that big. So yeah, World Wars is the only major thing that's came out, and there really hasn't been too many features and updates added. Because although there are bug fixes, all that, when you play a game, you might occasionally have bugs that might make the gameplay a bit better, but it really doesn't help. So I want to think about something that actually does help. And when you think about it, there hasn't been that much. There's been Skyblock, but think about it. Why I think Hypixel's having a problem, because for example, when World Wars came out, it had so much potential, but now when you see it, you really just don't think about it. World Wars literally could have done so well, but there was so much community feedback, and from the prototype lobby to where it is now, there's really no difference besides some extra maps, and that just shows Hypixel hasn't done a lot in terms of actually changing the game. And for example, Skyblock was a great example of something Hypixel did amazingly well. They updated quite a lot, and it's just that Hypixel, they did it so well with Skyblock because they made a pre-existing game that everyone knows and puts their own twist on it. And there's no competition, so it's not unfriendly to beginners, and it can really appeal to anyone. Now, I also wanted to talk about how competitors are involved in this. There was a recent spike in 9-Man Club after they made survival games, but I want to mainly talk about Tubnet. Now, a lot of people have been promoting, oh yeah, Tubnet and Hypixel are going to have a war. I don't really think that'll happen, because, it won't be a war necessarily, but players will leave, because I know Tubnet will be the biggest server on its release, but after that, it really is just dependent on the server itself. Now, you have to be honest here, a few people from Hypixel will move to Tubnet, but that's to be expected. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say about competitors. But lastly, COVID. COVID, people usually won't think of a factor in this case, but it really is. Now, basically, COVID just, the restrictions have loosened quite a bit, and that's why I'll bring up this graph here. Hypixel maxed out at 100, let's say averaging about 150,000 players, which is just insane. And there are some cities that aren't even as big as that, and crazy to think that all those people are online at once, so props to Hypixel. But when you look at it now, there are only about 50,000 people playing, which is still insane. The second highest is about 9 to 10,000 on Java, and I'm not even sure if it's an English server, so yeah, I'll bring up the list. I'll see what it looks like. I'll just put it up on screen right now. But anyway, so those are my thoughts on Hypixel dying. And even though it is, we still need to say Hypixel is the biggest server in Minecraft and one of the best. So that's the video, guys. And yeah, that's